Hello, everyone. This is Phil Yeager, and welcome to another Yeager CPA review tip. Now, I had mentioned that I'm going to be doing tutoring, and this isn't something new that I've been doing. I've been tutoring students for the last 50 years, close to it. And I also have been running a full-time review course. So I have a pretty good knowledge of all the material that you have to know for the exam. Now, also, the other thing is, remember, when I tutor or I teach the course, I refer to the CPA Blueprints. And you know what? If you're taking a course that doesn't even mention the blueprints, I would just say to that class, you know, you're not going over the blueprints? Give me back my money. Give me back my tuition. All right. See how fast they'll do that. But I want to point out something to you. When I am actually tutoring or going over our regular course, we have our own books, the Yeager CPA review books. Now, the blueprints are in these books. And I want to show you an example. And by the way, whatever the blueprints say, that's what you have to know. If there's no blueprint on something, then you don't have to know it. Don't study it. You're wasting your time. Now, let's read a blueprint here. I'm just taking this from financial accounting. Prepare a statement of cash flow using the direct method and require disclosures from supporting documentation. Derive the impact of transactions on the statement of cash flow. All right. And then here's a second blueprint. Prepare a statement of cash flow now using the indirect method and require disclosures from supporting documentation. Derive the impact of transactions on the statement of cash flow. So you have to know, all right, the direct method and indirect method. Now, let's see if you remember. I'm going to give you a quick review. The indirect method does what? For the operating activity section, and that's the difference between the two methods, all right? For the operating activity section, all right, the indirect method starts with what? Net income on an accrual basis and converts that net income from accrual to cash, all right? The direct method says this. Let's start at the top of the income statement. We'll start with sales. Convert that from accrual to what? Cash. All right. Next thing. All right. Take cash paid to customers. That's cost of goods sold that was paid in cash. And by the way, I show you a method so you'll remember what adjustments you have to make to net income. And that's the indirect method. Because remember, the indirect method is starting off with net income, which is accrual basis, and you're converting it from accrual to cash. And in order to do that, you have to know what adjustments, what current accounts are either plus adjustments to net income or minus adjustments. Now, if you don't understand what I just said, don't worry about it. I will teach you the concepts. I'll explain to you how you do it. And I have been tutoring the last few days this young lady, and I've been showing her my method, and I call it the fake cash method. I don't care about what I call it and whether the competitors hear it or not, because no one knows about it. All right. I will show you a simple way of converting your net income from accrual to cash. All right. If it's the indirect method, I'll also show you, if it's the direct method, how to take every item on the income statement, the revenues and every expense, and convert them from accrual to cash. I will make this subject so easy. You will say, God, I understand this stuff now. I've been taking that other course and they just, you know, it's a bunch of gobbledygook. You know what that means? Doesn't make any sense to me. And I teach the concepts. That's higher level critical thinking. All right. The other courses, you know what they use? Lower level, because all they're doing is going over old questions. That is not the AICPA's position. The position of the AICPA is to use higher level critical thinking, which means understand the concepts. All right. I have trouble saying. Understand the concepts. And don't memorize old questions, all right? Don't memorize old questions. It's not going to work. I promise you, it won't work. So anyway, this is Phil Yeager. And by the way, if you are interested in my tutoring, all right, you can actually call me. Here's my phone number, 301-315-0888, 7 days a week, 301-315-0888. Give me a call, and you know what? I will explain to you how the actual tutoring does work. All right? Hey, good luck, everyone. Study with Phil Yeager and you'll get through the exam. Study with these other people. I can't guarantee anything. Take care. Thank you.